We are in the cusp. The most dangerous area in all of Barranquilla.
Yo caí en esta droga aquí en Colombia. Perdí muchas cosas económicas que me tocó salir de mi país para poder progresar acá.
We are extremely vulnerable here. I don't think a foreigner's been here in years. This used to be an old European building. Now this whole area is in decadence. Wow. Holy shit, guys. I gotta be very careful. Wow. We just witnessed a robbery, dude. You see how the streets just get quiet at this hour. This is a place I would recommend where you see very few people to not come.
Barranquilla is Colombia's most important port city, which is known for two things: Shakira and the energetic traditional festival that is known as Carnaval. Colombian cities are divided into socioeconomic strata, with 1 being the lowest and poorest and 6 being the highest and wealthiest. We begin today's adventure in the barrio of La Chinita, which is strata 1, and where my girlfriend's cousins just happen to live. Afterwards, we'll go to a legendary market in the city called El Boliche, which has fallen into complete disrepair, but it's an important part of the city's history and we have to see what it's all about. Let's go.
Ahí bajo.
No, ¿dónde vamos nosotros?
Hemos llegado a un barrio secreto, ¿eh? Oh, esto es increíble, se siente como la playa, la temperatura. Pero estoy con el bandito, así que no pasa nada. ¿Dónde no podremos meternos con la camarita? ¿Dónde? ¿Por acá? ¿Allá o allá?
Por todos lados. Ya vamos a buscar la moto porque vamos a salir a dar una vuelta.
Vale. Aquí es una casa que me gusta, la verdad. Aquí hacen la lavandería. Y aquí se seca muy rápida la ropa. En cambio, en Costa Rica, donde estuvimos, no secaba la ropa por 2 días, 3 días. Gracias, señor. Esos son los primos de mi novia, entonces, para mi familia. Yo tengo familia en el barrio de La Chinita de Barranquilla.
Yeah. Es casi la misma gente donde nosotros venimos, es la misma costumbre. Es como estar en casa.
Sí,
es como estar en casa, la misma gente.
Ahora me veo malandro, así que no tendremos problemas. We're really out here, you guys.
Barranquilla la Bella.
Barranquilla la Bella, where Shakira's from.
Aquí el colombiano y el venezolano son personas muy unidas que les gusta trabajar.
Sí.
Salen a ganarse el día a día para el sustento de la familia.
The only way to make these videos is to have contacts. Like, this is impossible. If I came here alone, I would leave the neighborhood naked or dead. Apparently this looks even more dangerous.
También conozco bastante.
Yeah.
Es un poco peligroso.
And what kind of makes me scared is my camera here might look like a pistol and someone could take me for the ops, you know? Oye, tío, ¿no le das papaya?
No, yo soy bandido.
Cheers. This is what it's all about, boys. Traveling, baby. Woo! Wow, that's where we just left from. Nice place. So yeah, sometimes you gotta have a beer to take the edge off. Yeah. We're all good up in the hood, you guys. I've been dreaming of making hood videos like this my whole life. Well, ever since I discovered Gabriel Traveler, the first travel vlogger, OG, back in like 2015. But to really immerse yourself in these places, obviously you gotta have locals and you gotta speak the local language. Let's check it out. Yeah. So basically saying the crimes that happen here, maybe not hits or murders or shootings, drive-bys, but really good at pickpocketing, eh? And obviously I could never make one of those pickpocket videos here because, bro, I'll disappear. But you know what, like these locals here, the Venezuelans, the Colombians, they have so much street smarts that's just innate in them. Like these guys have values. Todo bien, hermano, todo bien, fino, fino. They have street smarts because they have to survive, not because they're criminals, right? So within these hoods, you see lots of que lo que, háblame claro, hermanito. Within these marginalized hoods, you guys, there's lots of good people, obviously.
Hay muchos venezolanos aquí, por aquí.
Yeah. And I have to say that Barranquilla, some of the areas aren't the most pretty, But look at this marvel of architecture right here. Barranquilla, although it's not historic like Cartagena, wasn't the point of commerce in the 16th or 17th century. It later became a massive city. It's called the Puerto de Oro, El Puerto Colombia, where all the merchants started to enter because it connected to Bogota. And one of the reasons that Bogota was inland was because that was the capital. And that place was like a refuge from the English pirates, right? Because the pirates controlled the Caribbean. They looted the Spanish treasure fleets. And so they couldn't loot Bogota as easily as a place like Cartagena. They tried many times. But later on, after piracy, really after the fall of the Spanish Empire, Barranquilla became a city that surged. And immigrants from the Middle East, from Europe, from even the United States came to live here, as well as Colombians. So this is a fusion. The genetic makeup, the genetic footprint here is massive. Hay fresa y sandía. Usted es barranquero. Venezolano. Cartagenero, ¿eh? ¿Cuál es la mejor ciudad para vivir, Cartagena o Barranquilla?
Oye, digo que Barranquilla con más rumba y más distracción.
Ah, qué bueno. All right, guys, let's try this. Oh, very sweet. Goddamn, they load things up with sugar here. ¿Se vende?
Claro.
¿Cuánto?
100.
¿Por qué no se va volando?
Decido.
Porque le gusta su papá.
Claro.
Él es el papá del ave. ¡Hostia! Oh, wow. Es que estoy viajando y no puedo traer esto a Europa.
Me está grabando.
Sí, estoy haciendo un documental, hermano. That guy is selling birds. Woo. No, on a Monday through Friday, this will just be absolutely full. But these guys thought it was a better idea to come on Sunday. Because one, they don't have to work. That's the other thing. These Colombians and Venezuelans, you guys are overworked. They said they work every day. Usted trabaja 7 días por semana. Bro, it's really honestly, like, this country, these people just work so hard. They work so many hours. We're heading out, but like, you see how the streets just get quiet at this hour. This is a place I would recommend where you see very few people to not come. Wait for the results of the election of Venezuela. Harry's nervous. Everyone's nervous, man. The world's gonna change once we get these results. Well, yesterday there was fraudulent elections in Venezuela and everywhere in this part of the world, especially in Barranquilla, close to the border. People are not very happy, even the Colombians. Simón Bolívar right behind us, he would be turning in his grave right now if he knew what Nicolas Maduro is doing to the great patria, the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela. And I know we're in Colombia, but this was once the lands of Venezuela, Gran Colombia, Nueva Granada. So we're gonna take a little walk through and show you guys more. These are my Venezuelan bodyguards. Tula. Tubla. Yefer. Yefer was with us yesterday. I wanna show you guys how my cousin here makes a living.
Si no me lo deja a mí, yo sí me lo culeo.
He's an engineer.
Yeah.
Ingeniero.
Ingeniero, sistema.
Hacer una reparación así, ¿cuánto puedes ganar?
La reparación vale 100. Me puedo ganar 50.
Vale, mitad. Oh shit, we're going up in the workshop. Or the office. ¿Cómo estamos, hermano? Bien. Todo bien, fino.
Trabajo aquí, la parte del software, los teléfonos.
Informática.
Sí.
Informática. Look at this European architecture next to probably the most important river in Colombia, the Magdalena, the Muffin River. This is why Barranquilla started to thrive in the 20th century, the first half of the 20th century. Turkish immigrants arrived here in droves because they were part of the Ottoman Empire at that time. But they were not Muslims, they were mostly Christian Lebanese. That with English, French. This was an area of commerce. And it's nice to see some parks like this that are beautiful. There's security, but at the same time, we have people sleeping, but then we have students right there. It's just sort of a reality of these Colombian cities. All these people on the streets go to very secluded, isolated, dangerous neighborhoods full of zombies, right? I don't know if that's a great word to use, but you guys get what I'm saying, like Kensington, Philadelphia, to go buy their daily dosages. So with a day's work recycling, you make a couple thousand pesos and then you can buy your dose of the worst form of snow. It's called bazuco, as we've learned on this Colombian series.
En Colombia la situación está a veces muy duro y para encontrar trabajo cuesta, lo cual el reciclaje sí me da los sustentos diarios para poder sobrevivir y pagar una pieza con mi pareja.
¿Y de dónde es usted?
yo soy de Venezuela. A través de ese presidente yo perdí la ventaja con mi familia, perdí muchas cosas económicas que me tocó salir de mi país para poder progresar acá. Hay muchos indigentes que están consumiendo el bazuco, lo cual yo le doy consejo porque hace 4 años yo caí en esta droga aquí en Colombia, lo cual me costó mucho levantarme y lo cual me levanté porque querer es poder. Ahora soy sobria, gracias a Dios.
Vale. Got the interview, but you got to keep moving. You got to keep moving in these streets. All the Venezuelans are sad about the fraudulent elections. They feel tricked. They feel frustrated. They can't believe that there's people who still support this regime. These people deserve better. Going to a legendary marketplace that is now known as basically like the most dangerous area in all of Barranquilla. Outside of the hood we were in last night. Famosa. For the most part, you guys, the police have been good to us here in Colombia, but I've always heard bad stories that they bribe you. Look at this guy. He's a metal worker. Fuck, Ben, baby. Jesus Christ. He almost hit us here. Wow. Look at this street, you guys. Woo! Woo! So this market, you guys, called Boliche. Wow, just look at this. Wow. The name Boliche derives from a game that they played here similar to bowling. And now it's a market basically the last century where anything gets fixed. However, it's became so dangerous that people, it's hard to get customers here anymore. So they used to get customers. Wow. They used to get customers from all over the city that came here. Customers from all over the city would come here. Venga. Check it out. Wow. All right. Look at this. Hey. This is Carrie's uncle. ¿Cómo estamos? Wow. Tu oficina. All right. You guys, I want to tell you a story about this guy. Carrie's uncle. From Maracaibo, Venezuela. Bueno, ¿cómo estamos? Bien. He wakes up. Vale, vale. Bueno, se despierta a las 3:30 de la mañana y viene aquí a las 5 para trabajar todo el día.
Sí, todo el día, sí, de 5 a 5, a las 5 me regreso.
6 días por semana. Bien, hermano.
Los mejores cargadores.
Yeah.
Mi papá Belino. Aquel el borracho de Colombia.
We are in the cut. We are in the cut. Venga. Vámonos, sí. Ah, perdón. Sí.
Vendemos de todo, vaina y lo que te busque encuentra aquí.
Ajá.
Aquí. Sí,
Vale.
sí.
All right, guys. It's not safe here. All right.
Muchas personas. Ahí viene, mira. Este pana mío llega, ven.
Hola, hermano.
El negrito.
¿Cómo
El
estamos,
negrito.
hermano?
El
Bien.
más humilde de los cachivaches.
Ajá.
Negrito colombiano.
Barranquero. ¿Cómo estamos, hermano? Bien. Bien, bien. Usted se dedica al reciclaje, ¿verdad?
Sí, claro. ¿Cómo estoy portando? Me porto bien.
Ajá.
¿Seguro? Bien.
Qué bueno, hermano. ¿Cómo se llama usted?
Julio César.
José César.
Julio César.
Julio César. El...
Así se llama.
Madre mía. Un guerrero. Qué bueno, tío.
¿Cómo caminar?
Sí, vámonos. All right, guys. We are extremely vulnerable here.
Tómale mía.
¿Cómo estamos, hermano? Well, you guys, I don't think a foreigner's been here in years. In fact, there's a story about a German pilot who came here because he couldn't get his plane fixed in Europe, and they fixed it here because they can fix everything here because there's engineers that didn't study. They fix submarines here, submarinos, aviones, todo aquí se arregla, ¿verdad? You guys are gonna have to speak Spanish. We don't know speaking English.
Bello.
Bello todo. va? Bien. Wow. This used to be an old European building. Totally in decadence now. This whole area is in decadence. Yeah, so foreigners definitely don't come here.
Boliche.
Sí, 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 sí.
Boliche. Este es el parqueadero del boliche, parking boliche.
Claro.
Aquí hay muchas personas que trabajan así de esto, muchas personas.
Sí. Eso es donde aparcas tu moto.
Allá, por donde mi papá.
Wow. Jesus.
Por aquí se vende de todo.
Sí.
Cosa usada Colombia.
Ajá.
Esto. Las personas que viajan al exterior, las personas económicamente estables,
Ajá.
que viajan, que salen, cuando esos desechos, que no le queda un teléfono, que no le quedan cosas cargadores, lo botan.
Ajá.
Y los recicladores lo recogen de la basura y aquí lo venden. Pato, ¿todo bien? Todo bello.
Wow.
Aquí pelado hoy, esto vale.
Wow. Holy shit. I gotta be very careful. No te sientes miedo aquí?
No. Aquí es donde venden el perico más fuerte.
Sí.
Más fuerte.
You guys, this is the drug selling point. This is the drug selling trap house point. And these would be like metalworking and ferreterías.
¿Damos una fría?
¿Aquí?
Sí. ¿O no?
No, tío, no queramos aquí mucho tiempo, eh. Wow. Bro, that guy was robbing it. Le estaba robando. We just witnessed a robbery, dude. Holy. Todo bien, fino, hermano. Wow. We just witnessed a robbery. Holy. Guys, without my homies here, impossible. Impossible. That was the most stressful moment of the whole trip. Besides when I almost got robbed in Bogota. Check that out. Fabrica Italian Barefoot. It says that's an Italian factory. Wow. After the rich people moved out of this area, companies came in here with shipping and they brought a lot of contraband, and then all the consumers followed. So that's why what you just saw is what it's like. These used to be elegant houses. Guys, check this out. This is how they pump the gas. ¿Cuánto vale, señor?
30.
Gracias.
Le sobran 10.
Ya está. Chao, hermano. They always say be careful with taking taxis. That guy was a good taxi. So it's about time we show you guys some nature. Peruvian sun is like relentless, man. It's just something else. Even the lifeguards like want us to pay them just for going into the water a little bit. Jesus Christ. So this guy's brave, eh? He's been doing this his whole life. Oh my God. Oh. Oh, Jesus. Bro. Oh, what a machine. Here's the first station of the Barranquilla Railway. Now this connected the port here, the river, and all the goods that came between, and of course, all the goods that could go upstream to Bogota. But it seems that, you know, railways aren't really of use anymore in this part of the world. Now they're just historical monuments like so. Finally have arrived to a nice shopping center. Abelino here, he had a long day at work. We're gonna invite these guys to dinner. That's the least we can do. They have looked out for my security and carries as well. I can't say enough about my Venezuelan family. Abelino here, he's actually a very religious man, a very soft, big-hearted guy, but on these streets, man, I've seen him tell these people, these criminals, to it off. And you're just like, wow, it's crazy the environment these guys have to work in. ¿Qué es un deseo que tienes para los próximos años?
De verdad quisiera tener mi propia casa. De verdad es un poco fuerte, pero no es imposible,
Ajá.
pero hay que tratar de lograrlo. Y bueno, y con ayuda de Dios yo sé que eso se va a hacer.
Throughout my travels, I've met a lot of good people. This family is amazing. They live in the most dangerous hood, yet they open the door for me and they don't ask for money ever. Like, and I'm telling you guys down here, that's hard to get. When you're meeting someone new, you don't know who you're talking to. You don't know what their intentions are. And these guys have really good intentions. So one dream I have with this channel is one day I want to, of course, start a fund for families like this that are just wonderful people and they need a little push, you know? Kind of like what Kurt Kaz has done in Haiti or in Africa, or Harold Balder many times. I want to, you know, help people. That's something that makes you feel really good, and in the future that's something I really want to do when I make more money with my videos. We don't know if they're gonna have a boy or girl, but if they have a boy, they're gonna name it Elliot. Vas a nombrar al bebecito Elliot, ¿no?
Elliot.